Episode of Chillin with the Pool. Yesterday we had to cut things off due to personal reasons behind the scenes, but thankfully I'm feeling the producer is feeling a lot better. So now we'll be able to pick up where we left off yesterday. Isn't that right, Adam? Yes. Hopefully we'll be able to resolve. Hopefully Mary Jane and her sister will be able to resolve their family drama in time in order to celebrate Christmas. Looks like someone's been brushing up on his comic book research. Well, I jumped. Spoiler, I guess you can consider this to be a spoiler alert of some sort. Hey, look at that. Looks like the cosmic space Jesus is finally learning modern vernacular. It truly is a Christmas miracle, and it's only September. So with that said, let's jump right into this really quickly now, shall we? Just a minute. Just a minute. Here we are. When we last left off, MJ was getting into a heated discussion with her sister Gayle. Come with me. Funny how Gayle looks suspiciously like Betty Brant. Betty Brant, especially with the haircut and everything. Maybe they're just trying to use character designs. Whatever. I want to be clear about something. I love you, but this nonsense between us has to stop. I want it to stop, but you have to meet me halfway. So deal? I could do that. So spill. Why are you here? And why now of all times? I found out that Douglas has been having an affair. I'm getting divorced. Shit. Can you fix? I've added it all up. Thought about seeing if I could save things. Find some way to work it out. Then I found out it's been going on for a couple of years, several years, and apparently people knew. Shit. Oh, that's funny. Are you gonna kill him? Because if you are, I can help. I know dig a hole. Dig a hole. Not in the committing the actual act, but maybe I could drive. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm so angry and embarrassed. Mom, Miss Gwen's calling again. Just ignore it, honey. I'll call her back when I'm done. Okay? Okay. So I get it now. You came here because you need support. Support, a shoulder to cry on. Someone to talk to. No. I came here because with as bad as things were for me, I just wanted to feel better. So I figured I'd come check out your situation. Uh-oh, sister's kind of starting to get into it. I kind of can see why there's all these soap operas. Because sometimes sibling issues can happen even in real world. So it's not played out for drama, it's actually kind of grounded in real life. Sisters and siblings don't often get along, and no one loves everyone they work with. So, the kind of stuff like that just takes time. Compared to what I'm going through, your perfectly normal, perfectly average, bore me to death existence. The fuck is wrong with you? Haven't you been paying attention? Plenty. But turns out the joke is on me. Yeah, I knew your job was going well, but your kids are amazing. And sure, as much as I didn't care for you settling for Peter, I have to say, there is something different about him. I just thought boring was the worst thing someone could be, and thought you deserved a more exciting life. What I wouldn't give for boring right about now. If you think this is any way of considering an apology for year after year of unacceptable behavior, it is not. Is this really what you want from me? An apology? Fine. Sorry. Well, I'm also kind of wondering if you ever signed your prenup. I did not. Good for you, little sister. I really am sorry. I know that I've been awful. I forgive you. And please do not ever try to do this ever again. Seriously, this is, See, look, it really is a Christmas miracle. Two sisters finally hugging it out. It's just like that one scene. It's like, I guess this whole divorce thing really made me a bigger drip than I thought it would be. Yeah. Could we at least try to be friends? Please? And from then on, the two were at least trying to do it. They were trying to be, it's whatever they can be to be firm friends ever since. Meanwhile, back with Jonah and Ben. Here you go, happy holidays, pal. You always knew just what to give me. I noticed you chatting with MJ's mom. And Anna. What about it? Fine looking woman she has. You think she'd fancy a guy like me? Of course she would. I was thinking about asking her out. You think I should ask her out? Oh, absolutely. Well, I just might do that. I know, I know it started off rough, pal, but this just might be the perfect end to a very good year. No, Jonah, all things considered, I'd say that above all, this was a great year. You can even tell the kids in the foreground are taking taking a whole group picture. What a fun time. The quote of Spider-Man's story is, "Happiness is being surrounded by people you love." Mom, Gwen's calling again. Miss Gwen's calling again. Excuse me for a second. Hello, Gwen. Oh God, finally. Why haven't you been picking up? I'm losing my mind out here. Is Peter there? Does he know? Does he know where? Hold on. Peter. Yep. Something's up. Okay, Gwen, you're on speaker. So what's going on? I'm at our holiday house. I'm at our house for the holidays. I had a meeting out of town, so I came straight here. And Harry was supposed to drive up, but but he didn't show up. That was 6 days ago. I can't reach him. Does Peter have any idea where he is? And of course, this is Gwen. Cool. Christina Dietz says, "Cool comics." Yep, the penultimate Spider-Man comics really definitely are a treat for longtime Spider-Man fans. And it is great to actually see the characters, as grown adults instead of just being stuck in the eternal teenagedom. Because after a while, we can all agree that teenage years weren't exactly some of our best times. But yep, this is Gwen Stacy from the Spider-Man comics, but all grown up. Bro, I love Spider-Man. I mean, who doesn't? I'm more of a Deadpool fan myself, but I'd say that Spider-Man is definitely my second favorite hero besides him. Peter, did you hear what Gwen was saying? Do you know where Harry is? Peter? What the? Oh my God, you're not Peter. What have you done? Where is he? Answer me. Hey, where is my husband? Tell me. Say something. Anything. Merry Christmas. Oh, now that visage right there with them is just plain haunting. Fear is knowing it can all be taken away. And of course the epilogue. The real Peter and Harry have been bound and drugged gagged and drugged and being held hostage by none other than Kraven the Hunter. So yeah, it'll be him. That's the story for another day. And of course we've reached the end of our story, and here is all the variant comics and variant covers and stuff they usually post with the comics and everything. Peter and Green Goblin working together, hinting of the new Black Cat arising, and of course the Watson Parker family getting together. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, finally concludes our take on the penultimate Spider-Man comic. Yup, it's been a very rocky and actually kind of enjoyable ride. And I can totally understand now why this comic has become such a mecha-uber fan favorite that it is. Isn't that right, Adam? Yup. This comic is fun, has everything. It's definitely a love letter to the Spider-Man comics and to fans young and old. This is Spider-Man and Peter Parker are and will always be good, with far more to them and their supporting cast than meets the eye. A true ode to Spider-Man if I ever saw one. Truer words were never spoken, Adam. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about out of time for this kind of very short episode, but hopefully the runtime will make it even more digestible for all of you to understand. To not only understand, but to enjoy. Well, that's all the time for this week. Be sure to tune in next week when we'll be diving into a brand new story that's long overdue to be covered on this channel. Until then, true believers, I'm Pirate Master Deadpool Supreme. And of course, I am your enigmatic co-host, Adam Warlock. Hey, glad to see that you're finally embracing the spirit of the show. But anyway, tune in next time and we'll be diving right back into the Marvel Universe for an all-new, all-different take. And hopefully it'll be something different. So, until next time, true believers, Excelsior.